Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alexander Kazina, aka Kozi Bear, and this is Locked and Loaded, the only game show on the internet in which you are attempting to get locked and become loaded. Not very original in that one, I gotta be honest. I probably could have workshopped that one a little bit more. Tonight, I'm joined by an assortment of faces both familiar and new to Respawn Aim Fire. Oh boy, folks. On the red team, we have, introduce yourselves, please.
It's Adam. I'm shooting the gun because it's locked and loaded.
Oh, I get it.
And Chris, I'm getting loaded in a different way. I've got a nice tall glass of Sazerac Rye. What's up?
Hell yeah. And on team number 2, Team Yellow, we have...
Yo, what's up? I'm Chad Michael Innes. We got balloons here because we're the best. We're going to win, baby. More balloons coming up on the other side. What?
Where are these balloons coming from? I'm Dave. I'm not getting loaded on alcohol, but I wish I was.
Alrighty.
What's in there? What are you hiding under that koozie?
What you hiding?
A little bit of Team Yellow Topo Chico.
Straight vodka?
Oh.
Is that what that
No, it's Mexican carbonated mineral water.
Mexican vodka, gotcha.
Nice.
And apparently very high in PFAs, which are like pollutants and like microplastics. So getting loaded in a very awful way.
With carcinogens.
Loaded full of plastic. Yeah.
Love it.
Alrighty. Before we go any further, I'm behooved to remind everybody watching or listening in at home that this production you're currently enjoying is part of the series of monthly rotating shows we do in addition to the Respawn Aim Fire podcast, and that you can enjoy new installments of the show a month early if you subscribe to us over on Patreon, over at patreon.com/RespawnAimFire. Now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, let's get this lock and loaded. In case this is your first time tuning in, which it probably is because this is the first time that we've done this, Locked and Loaded is a team-based show inspired by Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. The two teams of contestants that have joined me this evening will be tasked with cooperatively answering 4 rounds of questions of increasing values. In round 1, they'll be answering questions worth $500, $1,000, $2,000, and $3,000. In round 2, they'll be answering questions worth $5,000, $7,500, $10,000, and $12,500. In round 3, they'll be answering questions worth $15,000, $25,000, $50,000, and $100,000. And in round 4, they will be answering questions worth $2,500, $500, and $1 million. Sorry, I meant to say 2,000, 250,000 and 500,000. We're not going back all the way down to 500 then. Man. I'll be alternating back and forth between both teams as I progress through the game, meaning that I'll first ask Red Team to answer their $500 question, then Team Yellow will answer their $500 value question. Then we'll move on to the $1,000 value questions. I'll ask Team Yellow to answer their question first, followed by Team Red, and so on and so forth. When answering a question, each team will have the opportunity to choose only one answer or split it into 2 answers. If a team chooses only one answer and they get it correct, they'll get full points for that question. But if they choose to split their answer and only one of their choices is correct, they'll only get 1/4 of that question's monetary value. So for example, if you choose to split answers A and B on a $1,000 value question, and B ends up being correct, you'll only earn $250. However, in either scenario, if a team gets a question wrong, the amount of money that they've accumulated so far will reset back to what it was at the beginning of the round. So for example, if Team Red finishes round 1 with $4,000, earns $5,000 more during round 2, bumping up their total to $9,000. But then they get a question wrong. Their monetary value will default back to $4,000. In addition to all this, both teams will have access to 3 different lifelines: one-off, skip, and switch. If you choose to use your one-off, I'll remove one of the 4 answers of whatever question you're currently on. If you choose to use skip, I'll skip whatever question you're currently on, but you won't earn however many points you would have gained from answering said question correctly. And finally, if you choose to use your switch, I'll switch the question that you're currently on with the corresponding question that I was planning on presenting to the other team for that set of questions. Each team will only have access to 1 lifeline. However, at the beginning of round 3, I'll restore any lifelines up that were used during the previous 2 rounds, so don't be too afraid to use them. Contestants, are we ready to start?
So ready.
Hell yeah.
Adam's writing all this in the chat too, so we don't forget it.
Well, in that case, let's go ahead and let's head on to round number 1. Question number 1, worth $500. Team Red, are you ready?
Yeah, let's go for it, baby.
All right, here we go. What is Sonic the Hedgehog's favorite food? Is it A, blueberries, B, ice cream sundaes, C, onion rings, or D, chili dogs?
What are you thinking, Chris? I'm surprised to not see Human Princess here, which is the answer I would have gone with.
I'm sorry, Qua?
That's a joke
Yeah.
from Sonic 06. Yeah,
I thought it was like little creatures, right? That's why he hits the
For
little
the
buttons
record-
and they all go scattering out their snacks for later.
For the record, in Sonic 06, the person that kisses Sonic is the princess. Sonic doesn't kiss the princess. The princess kisses Sonic. So
but
you
it's
would
still his favorite snack.
I'm just saying, you would technically say that the princess really loves eating hedgehogs, not that the hedgehog likes eating
That
princesses.
sounds
Eating
dirty.
princesses. No.
That's gross. We'll go with D. It's D.
Oh yeah, eat my hedgehog.
You're locking that in?
I'm locking. Chris, please lock in D. That's the correct answer.
D, lock it in.
Do you know, Chris? Do you not know?
I don't. I genuinely
lore?
like. It's a subpar franchise, like all around. So
You're
no,
not
I'm
wrong.
familiar.
Damn.
No, it is chili dogs.
The correct answer is indeed D. It is chili dogs.
Well done, Adam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done, Adam.
All
To be
that
clear,
pervert knowledge coming
it was
in.
it was a bomb ass cartoon, and that's where the chili dogs lore comes from. So
Okay.
Chris, you don't have to have played the awful games.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, okay.
also in
So
the movie.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it-
it's in the movie too, which is
Mhm.
also a great movie.
Pretty good movie.
All right. Team number 2, yellow team. Are you guys
That's
ready
us.
for question 1 of round 1?
Spring
ooh,
break,
team
let's go.
piss.
This
Team
is, of
piss. Down with
course-
team piss.
This is, of course, your own $500 value question. Here it is. What is the full name of Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
Oh, now this I know.
Is
Sonic
it
fan,
A,
huh?
Tailsrich, B, Miles Tails Prower, C, Tails the Fox, or D, Crash Tailspin?
Dave, what are you thinking?
I mean, I think it's C, but I don't know. Not,
I think you're
I'm not
wrong,
that.
So I'm gonna tell you. Let's go. B.
Okay.
It's definitely B. It's Miles.
Nah,
Prower.
he's onto something.
Miles
It's
Tails Prower.
absolutely.
No.
Chad
no.
is
Stop it,
selecting
team,
B,
period,
which
bud.
is Miles Tails Prower. And that is correct.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Well done.
A fun fact.
Well done, sir. You
During
also
the
guessed
development of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, originally the Sonic team just wanted to call Tails Miles per Hour, and it was actually like the North American localization team that came to them and were like, can't we call him something a little bit more like Tails? And so what ended up happening there is they ended up compromising. They were like, his nickname will be Tails, but his full legal name will be Miles per Hour, which is how we got Miles Tails per Hour.
That's
His
so
legal
funny too,
name.
because he's not known for being fast, and in that game he did not have like vehicles. Like he ends up becoming like a pilot going super fast. But it's like, that's so dumb. Why was
Well, he
Miles per
flies
hour?
in, right? On the red plane initially.
Just tail,
does
right?
he in Sonic 2?
Like
In
yeah.
Sonic 2, I think. And then he comes down with the little helicopter tails.
It's
All
not
right.
Been a long
Well,
time.
technically just miles per hour, not a lot of miles per hour, so it could be slow.
Chad, Dave, you guys ready for question number 2?
Oh, is it our turn? Yeah, Team Piss again.
Yeah,
Let's
because
go.
I'm
We're gonna
remember
embrace
that
it.
I'm alternating between both
Don't
teams.
let the bullies win.
All right, this
Yeah.
question is worth $1,000.
Yeah, let's
What
dive.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas mod plunged Rockstar into legal turmoil in the
no, I know
mid
it.
2000s? Is it A, Hot Rod, B, Hot Sauce, C, Hot Coffee, or D, Hot Shower?
So, Dave, there's a an infamous mod called Hot Coffee that would that basically made them recall the game off of shelves so that they could re-rate it, or so they could fix it and then put it back in. Otherwise, it would be adults only, and it would never sell, and no one would put it on shelves. So, I am very confident that it is called Hot Coffee. If you would like to also vote for that with me,
Yes.
although Hot Rod's a good Andy Samberg movie.
Oh, I love it.
It's also what's being used in the hot coffee mod, but we're not going to talk about.
Alex, we're gonna go with C for hot coffee.
Hot Coffee?
Wait, let me pronounce it in French. Hot coffee.
Actually, in French, it would be café chaud.
Yeah.
But nevertheless,
That makes sense.
that is indeed correct.
Boom. Eat it. Other team. See what's in the red? What's in the mug there, though, Dave? Like you have plastic water in
coffee.
your bottle.
Oh, shit.
Oh, nice.
Psych.
All
Nothing.
right. Red team, you ready for your second question?
Do it.
All righty. Let's go ahead and let's get it on. What is the chronological order of the PS2
easy.
era Grand Theft Auto games? Is it A, Grand Theft Auto 3, then Vice City, then San Andreas? B, Vice City, 3, and San Andreas? C, San Andreas, Vice City, and then 3? Or D, Vice City, San Andreas, and then 3?
Now, clarifying point. Are we talking
Yeah.
about release chronological order or setting chronological order?
The
Yeah, it's a trick question.
in-game setting of the
Okay, so when the
games.
games are set. So in that case, Adam, unless I'm wrong, it's D, right? Because it's 80s, 90s, and then like modern
Early
day.
2000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Definitely. Look, you try to
Okay.
trick us with that tricky question, you trickster.
Are we
Yeah.
locking in?
Yeah, we didn't get this question.
Yes.
All right. D is correct. Congratulations.
I'd have been like, I don't know. A is.
God, we should have
alphabetical,
switched
and
it
then
on
It's not
'em.
even alphabetical.
All righty.
We're winning, baby.
It's
Suck it,
tied.
other
You're
team.
both tied, unfortunately,
Oh,
which
means we're
means
both
that nobody
winning,
has
though.
the upper hand just yet. I will say, the way that I've set up this game, these few questions at the beginning are meant to be easy. I meant to slowly wade you into the wading pool. And let me tell you, things are about to get increasingly difficult as things go on. Unless, of course,
Are
you
purposely
automatically know
choosing
the
sports-based
answers.
questions for our. Because
No,
that's my weakness.
there are no questions in this particular game that are specifically about sports-based franchises, because those aren't of interest to me. But you never know for the future. You might have given me an idea, Chad. To be totally
Yeah, ask
honest.
Chad what a
NFL
first down
2004.
is. Ask Chad what a first down is, and he'll just lose the whole game.
All right.
Okay, first of all, I know that it's the
NCAA
first goose feather pillow
2K.
that I got.
Are you guys ready, Red Team, for your third
Oh, yeah.
question? All right,
We're
this
ready.
question is worth 2,000 points. Sorry,
Oh, shit.
$2,000. Gotta remember it's dollars, not points. What is the name of Fallout 3's setting? Is it A, the Potomac Desert, B, the Capital Wasteland, C, the Wash, or D, the new District of Columbia?
It's B, right? Capital Wasteland.
I believe so. I like how he tried to put in New District of Columbia to try to throw you off.
I'm
He's just-
98% sure it's B.
Yeah. How much do you think Chad knows it? Because we could just switch it and then make him lose this question. Well, we've already said what we
Why?
think it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know that
Yeah,
that's
that
strategy.
would've been-
I also
that would've
played
been a-
Fallout 3 for the information.
You want to go B? Lock it in.
Yeah, I think B. Lock it in.
We're
right.
locking it in. And the answer is B. It is indeed the Capital Wasteland.
Oh.
Good job,
Fun
guys.
story. That's how playing that game is how I learned that I was colorblind. Because I was like,
no.
this is so weird. Nothing in this game has color in it. And then the doctors went, no, that's just a boring, colorless game. I was like, oh.
The doctor said
all right,
that.
I can see just fine. Yeah. Because I went to the doctor. I was like, doctor, look, I'm going to bring Fallout 3 to my appointment.
Take your fiber
And look,
supplement.
This is colorful, I promise, but I can't see it. And they're like, no, it's just a gross looking game.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
All right. Chad, Dave, you guys ready for your third question?
Yep.
All righty. Let's head into it. This is worth 2,000. I was about to say 2,000 points. $2,000. Got to get that down, Pat. What is the protagonist of Fallout New Vegas known as?
Son of a bitch.
Is it A, the Courier, B, the Lone Wanderer, C, the Sole Survivor, or D, the Gambler?
Dave, do you have any insight on this?
Oh, we
I'm glad
finally
that-
arrived.
this is- I had no idea.
Arrived at a question that has stumped our hosts. I'm
so early
so
for them
happy.
not to know.
I have never
Number
played any of
two.
the Fallout games.
Oh, dang it.
Number
I'm
two,
gonna
living
guess
up
it's
their
not
name.
Soul Survivor because. Oh wait, we have lifelines. What does the bitch lifeline do?
You can
That's not-
choose to
One-off skip, bitch.
Yeah, one-off skip switch,
Um,
but you cannot switch because you're the second
'cause we were
person
second,
for
yeah.
this set. Don't forget, you can also
I don't-
split your answers if you feel like you want to do two of them, but you will get less points, less dollars.
I feel like the courier was like a buzzword in the time this game came out. Like everyone wanted to be a fixie bike rider in New York and like
Cold
deliver
Wrath,
mail.
Infamous.
So they're like, oh yeah, the courier. That's one we want to do.
I'm also I'm leaning towards Lone Wanderer for some reason.
Mm.
I don't know why.
The Soul Survivors. Reasonable too, right? Given what
You
I
want
know
to
about
split
Fallout.
it between Courier and Lone Wanderer?
Sure.
All right.
We're gonna split it, Alex.
All right, we're splitting it
Look at you
between.
and your fucking graphics. This
Hell
is
yeah.
incredible.
Let me tell you, that little what do you call glow effect? That took no joke 4 hours. Not that it was super complicated, but that I kept polishing, just being I got to make it look a little bit better. All right, Chad and Dave chose the Courier and the Lone Wanderer, and the correct answer is A, the Courier, which means that you
good job,
guys get
Dave.
a fourth of $2,000. The Lone Wanderer is the name of the protagonist from Fallout 3, which is maybe why you might have remembered that. The Sole Survivor is the name of the protagonist from Fallout 4, because they're the only person in their vault that survives that cryogenesis experiment that happens at the beginning of the game. Spoilers. And the Gambler was just made up.
Isn't the Gambler that song by that old person?
Yeah, that's the one.
Sure.
Probably.
Sounds like it.
Okay.
The Gambler. Which old man sang that song? The one that probably.
Probably Kenny
Oops.
Rogers.
Oops. Hold on. I just realized I
It's
accidentally
Kenny
added.
Rogers. Yeah,
I
way to
added
go.
a whole bunch of points to the red team
No,
that
that
I
is
did not
unfair.
mean to. Hold on. Let me reset that real quick.
Sounds good to me. Looks good to
come
me.
on.
Keep that.
No, we need to.
I
we
like
need
that.
to
You can
reset
keep it
it.
there.
Oh, that's
You can keep it
now
there.
it looks right.
We've gotten all of ours correct, if that helps.
There we go.
Yeah, only one team has gotten all theirs correct with
Yeah.
unassisted.
Yeah, it's the
All
frickin'
right. And with
team.
that, we will be moving on to question number 4 for our yellow team. This is the final question of this round. So if you get it right, you'll be carrying on all of the points you earned in the next round. If not, you'll be starting round number 2 with 0 points. So do keep that in mind. You guys ready?
So ready.
This question is worth $3,000. What was the first game to use the Konami code? Was it A, Frogger, B, Gradius, C, Contra, or D, Metal Gear?
I'm 40% sure it's Contra.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's the only one I know of that has word association of even just codes, and like the first one, I guess.
Let's go with it. We're feeling
It's a
loosey
D.
and goosey. It's not a lot of money that we're losing right now.
We're locking
Let's
in on
go.
Contra.
Locking in on Contra. C is for Contra and Cookie.
The correct answer
And correct.
was B, Gradius.
Bitch and a half. Oh,
I knew it.
damn
I knew it. I was
Oh.
gonna
That's
say
not even a
obvious.
real game.
Blasted.
You hate to
We
see
should
it.
have
sucks.
skipped
Mm.
or swapped.
Sorry, guys. All right, well, let's see if Red Team will befall the same fate. You guys ready for your final question of round one?
Oh yeah.
Go for it.
All right, let's go. What is the Konami code? Is it A, up, up, down, down, left, right, right, left, A, B, start, select?
Can't wait for you to say 3 more of these.
Up, down,
Yeah, I know.
up, down, left, left, right, right, A, B, start. Up, down, left, right, left, BA, select, start. Or D, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start.
Do you know the Konami code? That's the big question.
I believe it's D. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start.
Mm-hmm. But here's the question. We do have these lifelines. Are you willing to stake it all on those lifelines? I think it's an up, up, down, down just based off of like that being the popular thing. So
Mhm.
we could go A and D, or we could use a lifeline and not worry about it. What are you thinking?
It's not start select, like,
Mm-hmm.
because start is like the go button back in the day.
Yeah.
And if we both agree it's up, up, down, down, like it's got to be D.
Process of elimination. Yeah. I mean, at worst, we're just like these guys. And I mean, that's a bad place to be, but I guess that's not the, you want to go with D then?
I'm
Are you
sorry,
confident?
Dave. Adam
Yeah,
Case,
yeah. I'd say let's go. Like, let's be the people that gamble and actually like have it pay off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Makes
Every
sense.
every story needs some heroes.
We
Every
are
story
the
needs some
heroes.
Kenny
bozos.
Rogers said.
Yeah,
Luke
that's-
Skywalker, Han Solo, R2D2, and C3PO. Although R2D2 is kind of a hero, but anyway.
So we're locking in on D.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
The correct answer is D. Up, down, down, left, right, BA, start.
Jesus Christ in heaven.
I remember that from that song in Juno.
Is that a song in Juno? That's fine.
This is the movie Juno. There's like that. Dun, 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 that song that they sing in it. Michael Cera. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in that song.
Whew.
It's been a long time since I've seen Juno. Like a long time.
Yeah.
And
I
with
believe
that,
you though.
we have arrived at the end of round one. Nobody has used their lifelines yet. Red team currently has 6,500 points, and yellow team currently has 0 points. But you will have many
We'll rub it in.
opportunities to make up ground in the subsequent rounds.
No, Chad,
Is
that's
there a
not true.
lifeline that sabotages the other group?
I mean, again, that's Switch.
Like Screw and
Lifeline for me to
Jackbox.
call a ninja
Yeah.
to stab at him.
If you're strategic about it, you could use Switch to sabotage the other round, but it would require some galaxy level play because you don't want to give anything away during the moment in which you have the question of what you think it might be. So
Yeah.
it's a possibility, but you got to play things real tight, real close to the chest. All right.
Do we need a Konami code, Chad, to be like switch before we deliberate?
Yes. Yeah. It has to be a visual. Like they can't see us inputting it though, so we got to do it.
All right.
Oh shit! I think I hit AB backwards.
Red team, are we ready for your first question of round two?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty. This question is worth $5,000. Which 3 characters introduced in Street Fighter II had their names swapped with each other's for the game's English release? Is it A, Vega, M. Bison, and Balrog? B, Balrog, Sagat, and Zangief? C, Blanca, Balrog, and Vega? Or D, M. Bison, Blanca, and Sagat?
Adam, do you know this?
I know M. Bison was supposed to be Mike Tyson. so I know it's either A or D.
Mhm.
Is Balrog one of them? I don't know. I know it's either A or D, but I don't really. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Balrog is the Tyson character, right?
No, M. Bison is supposed to be Mike Tyson.
Like the name, but I'm
Or
saying
maybe not.
Balrog
Yeah.
is the
Maybe.
boxer. He's the boxer from Vegas.
Sure, I don't play fucking Street Fighter.
Not a
You
nerd.
wanna swap this on them? I mean, what do we have to lose? Like,
Yeah, swap it. Or switch.
yeah, swap it, switch.
Oh wait, you're gonna swap it. Oh, okay.
Switch.
Okay. Here we go. In that case, you will be getting the other question that you would have gotten if you were the other team. Are you guys ready for it?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. What was the subtitle of the original version of Street Fighter II? Is it A, A New Generation, B, Hero Fighters, C, The World Warrior, or D, Fist Flying Action?
I know this. Do you,
Oh,
Adam?
I don't know it. What is it?
It's the World Warrior. See.
World Warrior. I believe you more than I believe myself. I was thinking, like First Strike, but I think that's just like one of the 17 versions of Street Fighter, right?
There's like the Turbo Edition. There's like there's all kinds of stuff.
Turbo, super big, plump and
yeah.
juicy. Yeah, we'll go with what
Uh,
you
Plump
said.
and juicy.
Plump and juicy. Oh,
Street
bro.
Fighter, plump and juicy.
Yeah, we're gonna go with C. Final answer. World Warrior.
All right, we're locking in C. And the correct answer is C, The World Warrior. Congratulations. That will net you 5,000 points. Good job on that one. Ah, man. Chad,
Oh man, from the host.
Dave, you guys ready?
I feel like we got a lot of clues for this one already from the person who knew the obscure subtitle already of Street Fighter 2 as well.
All right, well, let's jump right in then. Worth
But you could have been fucking with us,
$5,000.
too.
Which three characters introduced in Street Fighter 2 had their names swapped with each other's for the game's English release? We have Vega, M. Bison, and Balrog, Sagat, and Zangief, Blanca, Balrog, and Vega, and M. Bison, Blanca, and Sagat.
What are you going to do, Dave?
Well, my inclination was not A because I think Balrog and I think of Lord of the Rings, not Street Fighter. And since I've been wrong on all of these, well, wait, no, I think I got Curry right. I'm thinking A, right? Based on what you were saying earlier about them delivering. I don't know.
I'm thinking A too because I used to work with a girl whose first name was Vega, and now I work with a different girl whose last name is Vega. So that swapped.
It's got to be a sign.
So I'm thinking, yeah, that's our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ telling me that A is the right answer.
We locking in on A?
Let's do it.
Chakras
We've got
are
nothing to
locked
lose.
in.
All right, locking in on A.
Wait, can we go negative?
And the correct answer is A. It is indeed Vega, M.
Thank you,
Bison,
Chris.
and
Thank you so much.
Balrog. Whew. A fun little...
If Chris had not said anything, I would have lost both those questions, hands down. Would have never guessed World Warrior as the subtitle.
Yeah, so a fun little fact on that. The character that came to be known as Balrog was originally M. Bison in Japan, and it was meant to be a play on Mike Tyson. And they changed it so that M. Bison became M. Bison in North America because they were concerned they might get sued by the real Mike Tyson. But then apparently later on, Mike Tyson said, oh, no, actually, I didn't care about that. I would have been totally fine with it. So anyways, one of those
I'm
weird
Mike
things
Tyson.
that has had weird repercussions throughout the years because it's still the same. Mike M. Bison is still M. Bison over here, and he's still known as Vega, which is what he was originally known as in Japan, over in Japan.
Mike Tyson was, I mean, they did Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and then they did this. Like, Japan loves Mike Tyson.
Yeah, weirdly.
It's one of those, like, North Korea 11 Dennis Rodman kind of things.
Yeah, maybe. All right,
Exact same thing.
Yellow Team, are
Exactly.
you guys ready for your next question?
So ready.
All right, this question is worth $7,500.
Oh, God.
What year did the Wolfenstein franchise debut? Was it A, 1981, B, 1985, C, 1989, or D, 1992?
Dave, you want to switch? Let's do it. Let's switch it.
All right. We are switching it up, which means that you are going to get the question that I would have asked the red team. Let's go ahead and let's bring that up. What is the BJ in BJ Blazkowicz short for? Is it A,
Joe Bob.
BJ, B, Baron Jeremiah, C, William Joseph, or D, Bullet Jaws?
See, I loved the newest Wolfenstein games, aside from the one where you play as the twins or whatever. And I thought, I'll at least recognize it when I see it, like that court case about porn. But nope, all these came up, and I said, none of those look familiar to me.
Switch back.
Yeah,
No.
can we switch back?
No switchbacks.
This is
You can, I will still allow you to use another lifeline if you want to waste them all on this round. I won't stop you.
Again, we still have nothing to lose. So
Well, we did.
No,
We've
we do.
got
We have
5,000 to
5,000.
lose.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
5,000. Okay.
You'll go back to
Um,
0.
I don't think it's Baron Jeremiah. I also don't think it's Bullet Jaws, but the character was created in a time when video games are real dumb.
Mm-hmm. And is Blazkowicz? I don't know.
Blazkowicz.
Do we want to one-off one of these, or are they all just kind of equally not high
What does
confidence?
one-off do again? It just
One-off
takes one of the answers
removes
away?
one of the answers away.
I feel like that's not going to help us at all.
I feel like it's just going to take away BJ, right?
Although that's one of the ones I'm gravitating towards. Is
Yeah.
it's dumb enough that it might just be BJ. Do you want to split between BJ and William Joseph? Or are you feeling Randy?
I was thinking one of the B's or either B or D.
You were thinking B or D, and I was thinking we are fucked. We are equally split across all the answers.
I'm down to use another lifeline and knock
Yeah,
one of
let's
these
move-
off.
Let's get one of these off of my damn screen.
We're going to use our
One-off.
one-off. All
Mhm.
right.
Yes.
One-off. Here we go. A, BJ has been eliminated.
Whew.
Ah,
Okay.
Called
Okay.
it.
Son
You want to
of a-
split, and I'll say Baron Jeremiah, and you say William Joseph, and the
Let's do
answer
that, yeah.
actually be Bullet Jaws.
We'll do a split over B, C, and then we're gonna cry when it's D.
All right. We have chosen B, Baron Jeremiah, and C, William Joseph. And the correct answer is C, William Joseph. Chad,
Fuck it, Adam.
I'm
Fuck you.
I got to be honest, I'm a little bit surprised. You said that you played the modern Wolfenstein games. Don't you
I
remember
did.
characters calling him, hey, you're Terror Billy? That's a whole thing in those games. Billy,
I don't
short
remember
for
that.
William.
I don't remember most things that happened before the scene where your naked pregnant wife is shooting a bunch of Nazis on top of you covered in blood.
Well, nevertheless,
That permanently made an impression.
you got some more points.
that's all
You're
I
now
remember
at
now.
$6,875, but
Oh,
man, it took
yeah.
a lot of effort to scrape up those points over there. All right. Red team, ready for you to get the question that Team Chad decided to defer to you.
This is question 5, correct? Out of the 9 before the reset.
This is
Six.
question 6,
Six?
actually. Question
Six.
6 worth $7,500.
Is this our next checkpoint, or we have one more after this?
Your next checkpoint will be after question number 8.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
So we got 2
Good to
more.
know.
And this and 2 more.
All right, let's go ahead and let's bring it up once more. What year did the Wolfenstein franchise debut? Is it A, 1981, B, 1985, C, 1989, or D, 1992?
Any thoughts?
So I know one of the ones that it's not, but I don't want to say it in case we do the eliminate, because I'm superstitious like that.
Yeah.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The person would talk through well, I know it's not these two. Can I use a 50-50? And then
And then
the
they pick that
computer
one.
would eliminate. Yeah. Oh.
Do you think this one is worth a skip, or do you think it's worth trying to deduce it and get down?
So I think skip is like worth using like if we can right before the checkpoint happens because then if like you got all your points intact, right? Like if it's too hard of a question.
So I'm with you. I have an idea. I don't actually know, but I have an idea of a possible. So I think if we're going to use our one-off, use it now before we say anything, because I don't really know.
Do you want to use the one off? Let's do it.
Yeah,
All
I don't
right.
know. So
We're using the one-off.
Yeah.
1989
Great.
has
All right.
been eliminated, which means that we are now just A, 1981, B, 1985, or D, 1992.
It's going to be between A or B. Because Wolfenstein 3D, I feel like was like a late 80s, early 90s game. Doom certainly was like early like 90s, so standing to reason. So I imagine there was a Wolfenstein game or two before Wolfenstein 3D. My gut says 85, but if you want to split between 81 and 85, I think like that is probably a
You think
safer
81?
It's I mean, like there's always the possibility of like some weird like I don't
that's
know
like early arcades, right?
yeah. I think 85 is probably you want to like so far like being gutsy has worked out for us. So you want to do
I was
85?
going to say 92 because I know Doom was early PC, like home PCs, which was early 90s. Wolfenstein 3D is an original Xbox game, right? Oh no, I'm thinking there's a Wolfenstein game on the original Xbox, isn't there?
So I played like Wolfenstein 3D before the original Doom, like PC Doom. That's what I'm saying. Like I think it predates that. So I'm gonna say 85. Like if I had to guess, because I think there's like pre Wolfenstein 3D. Like I think Wolfenstein 3D was like a second or third iteration, like in that series.
Yeah.
And then like Wolfenstein 3D was like sort of like, oh, like look at this cool first person genre. So B is like my gut answer.
But you would think we're going to split it for sure. Would you prefer me to say 81 or 92 is the question?
I'll let you make that decision.
Yeah.
Can you bring back C and split with C?
Yeah, rings to you. That was what I was thinking was C or D.
I still think it's probably yeah. I dude, if you want to be ballsy, just go for B. Like
no, I don't. I'm not that confident.
Okay.
But I don't think I feel like 81 is too soon. I might be completely wrong here. Because like when did Doom first come out? Because it had to come out after the original Doom.
Original Doom, I feel like is 91.
And I feel like there's no way that Wolfenstein came
92.
out before Doom.
It did. Yeah.
It did.
It was it's pre-Doom. Yeah. By a year or two. Like the Wolfenstein 3D is like pre-Doom by a year or two.
Okay.
At least.
Then I'll do that. Let's split 90 or A and B just to cover our bases because it's definitely not 92 according to your
All
logic.
right. We're selecting A,
Sound good to you?
1981, and B, 1985. And the correct answer is A, 1981.
Thank God we
Ooh,
split
glad
it.
we did that.
Oh,
God,
boy.
I'm so glad we did that. See,
There
I'm
was
telling you,
what
like,
it even
there's
look like.
weird fucking like old Wolfenstein game that like
How
probably
did
was
that
arcade or
game
something.
run in 1981? I feel like
Probably
It wasn't
looked like the
3D.
TI-89 calculator version.
Look up
Yeah.
screenshots of it right now. The original two Wolfenstein games, because Wolfenstein 3D was called 3D because it was the third game. The first two Wolfenstein games were like super duper basically like puzzle games, basically.
when's the one when you shoot Mecha Hitler?
That was
That's 3D.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only one that I know of. is
The
that.
whole
And so I can make myself feel better, I'm gonna look up and see. Actually, I won't do that while we're playing.
The first one
I think
is just
Wolfenstein also
wrong,
does predate
but it
Doom.
does this swastika instead of a
Yeah.
dot.
The whole story there is the team at id Software were like huge fans of the original Wolfenstein games when they were these like weird, super basic puzzle games. And they were like, we're going to create Wolfenstein 3D as like our love letter tribute to these old ass games. And thankfully, the person that like originally created those games was like, yeah, pretty good. I give my stamp of approval. He could have easily been like, no, I'm suing you because I don't think they actually owned the license to it, but things worked out there.
Sure did.
All right. Whew. I
That
feel
was
like
stressful for me just watching y'all.
I feel like half of the game just went by in a flash of our eyes. Team Red, are you ready for your $10,000 value question?
We go again. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. What was Final Fantasy 15 originally called before it was renamed? Is it A, Final Fantasy Agito 13, B, Final Fantasy Versus 13. C. Final Fantasy 13, Type 0. Or D. Final Fantasy 13, Chrysalis. Or Crystallis, depending on how you choose to pronounce it.
Chrysalis. I'm pretty sure it's Chrysalis. I mean, I have an idea. What are you thinking, Chris?
I don't have any like solid idea. I have just sort of like very vague conjecture on this one, so I'll hear you out. And
I think it's Versus because I think they announced a couple of them back to back, and they named it Versus.
Okay.
I remember someone mentioning Versus 15 at some point in my life. Is the only reason I'm thinking of this. I don't know the reasoning because I think Final Fantasy sucks, but I think Versus is.
Damn.
There's Chad's laugh.
Yeah,
So
it's a slight notch
see-
above the Kingdom Heart like a naming convention in terms of what fucking makes sense, which is not very. So
Both very bad baby games for babies. Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. So.
I know. Well, I love the games. The naming conventions
No,
sometimes
they're
are
bad.
just like wild to me.
All of it's bad. No, I just think Versus because it's. I know Type 0 is its own game,
Mhm.
and Chrysalis is what a pupa comes out and becomes a butterfly. And I don't
That's
know
a
what
Chrysalis. That's Crystallis, which is like what all the hip hop artists drink in the Final Fantasy like world. No, it's not.
Of course.
All right.
It's not
What,
true
what
at
are
all.
we?
Cup noodles.
What are we
I'm
fingering
thinking
on?
B.
B.
I mean, I trust you, man. I like.
Or do you
seem
wanna
pretty
split
confident.
it?
No, if you're confident, dude. Like,
Okay, I think
no
it's
guts
B.
in the
If I'm
floor.
wrong, this is the only one that's in my mind. Like that's a thing. So
We're selecting B, which is Final Fantasy Versus 13. Chad, do you know the correct answer to this?
Yes, it is B. Those are all real things, but yes, it is B.
And that is indeed correct. It is Final Fantasy Versus 13.
tell me the history on this because I know that it's in my mind for a reason, right, Kozi? Or
Yeah, I mean,
whoever.
the problem is like even the history of this is like convoluted by my standards. It was originally announced kind of at the same time as the original version of Final Fantasy 13, and it was basically Tetsuya Nomura, who's like the guy behind the Kingdom Hearts games, was like, I don't really like the direction that core Final Fantasy 13 is going into, so I'm going to create Versus 13, which is going to be like my own take on this numbered entry. And, went through various iterations. It kind of dropped off the map in like 2011, and then they revived it in 2013, and that's when they rebranded it as Final Fantasy 15.
It became a boy band game. Gotcha. All right.
It actually, for the record, most of the characters that ended up in Final Fantasy 15 were also in 13. The one big thing that 15 added was the car. The car was not really a thing in the original Versus version of it. The car, like them being on the road, that was like a 15 creation.
Okay.
All right. Y'all team, are we ready?
Oh yeah, give me a Final Fantasy question. I dare you.
I was about to say switch.
All right, let's go. This is worth $10,000. Which of the following songs did Florence and the
Literally
Machine
just about to say
cover
this out loud.
for Final Fantasy 15? Is it A, Let It Be by the Beatles? B, Fastlane by Bad Meets Evil? C, Under Pressure by Queen? Or D, Stand By Me by Ben E. King?
This one is straight up D because I fucking love this mashup. It's the Final Fantasy arpeggio mixed with Stand By Me, and it's so fucking good.
it is.
And it's like your first time getting in the car and driving when it plays in the game. I'm getting goosebumps right now. My nips are out.
That part's all right. When it plays at the end, like, had me so fucking choked up. It's like one of the great, like, kind of circling back to like the. Anyway, yeah, he's right.
All right. Both of our contestants have selected
Dave.
D.
Do you want to go with D?
I don't know, man. Having never played Final Fantasy 15, I don't know if I can trust this answer. But yeah,
All right, we'll
Final
split it between
Fantasy
D and D.
D and D.
smart.
Yeah.
No, D and D. He said.
D&D.
D, D,
Yeah.
D, 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 D.
And the
D,
correct
D.
answer is indeed D.
Indeed.
Well done.
Nice. Definitely D.
Suck it, Chris.
All right. With that,
Gotcha.
both teams have accumulated quite the number of points. I do want to remind both of you now, both of you do have a skip. That's the only lifeline that you guys currently have. And all your lifelines will be replenished at the next round. So it's totally in your right if you just want to save up your points and skip these next set of questions. Or You can
All the
play
money,
Life on the
baby.
Fast Lane. Well, all right
Wait,
then.
you skip both sets of questions, like, or just the one that you're on?
Well, what I'm saying is, yellow team can skip their question, and then red team, you can skip your
I
question.
see.
That's the
Okay,
idea.
okay.
Can we skip
Gotcha.
red team's question?
No.
Damn it.
All right. Yellow team, are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Final question of round 2, worth $12,500. At Sony's infamous E3 2006 press conference, which Sony executive yelled, "Ridge Racer"? Was it A, Ken Kutaragi, B, Kaz Hirai, C, Mark Cerny, or D, Shuhei Yoshida?
I remember the moment. I don't remember the person, but I just I have an admission to say that sometimes, as an expletive, when I drop something or if I stub my toe, I will scream, "Ah, Ken Kutaragi's soggy vagina." I don't know why, but that's just a thing that comes to my mind for no reason whatsoever.
That is not where I thought that was going. I thought you were going to say I yelled Ridge
That's
Racer.
why I just
Ridge
just wanted-
Racer.
yeah, just scream Ridge Racer. No, I screamed something way worse.
I have zero clue. I couldn't name a single. I mean, I can't name all the executives at the company that I work at. So
You guys are going to skip this one?
I think let's skip it. Let's skip it.
All right. Chad and Dave have chosen to skip this one. As it would happen, the correct answer was indeed Kaz Hirai.
Yep, would not have. I would have like soft.
I was pretty
guessed
sure
Ken
it was
Kutaragi
him.
anyway. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Dave was
okay.
like, yeah, that was my guess. I just didn't want Chad to.
All right.
I just
Red team, are you guys ready for your final question of round 2?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. I thought you were like getting ready to say Ridge Racer.
I'm not a clown.
All right then.
I am a clown.
Which action game that was shown off at Sony's E3 2006 press conference featured giant enemy crabs? Was it A, Genji Days of the Blade, B, Dynasty Warriors 6, C, Heavenly Sword, or D, Otogi Myth of Demons?
I had a feeling giant enemy crab was going to come up, but I don't know the game that's the reference to. I know, but they're like historically accurate, and then a giant enemy crab appeared, but I don't know which one.
Well, Genji is the supposed oldest novel in the world, right? Like modern novel.
Also a great Final Fantasy Ninja character.
I
Is
thought
it?
it was Agatha Christie.
This would be a guess, so I recommend that we do the old skipperoo and keep it even Steven in terms of the score lead.
Yeah, if we're at that point where we're about to be at a checkpoint, there's no reason to guess this wrong. And yeah, I think we're going to skip this one. Alex.
Okay. The team has chosen to skip. For the record, the correct answer would have been A, Genji Days of the Blade.
There you go.
Yeah, which, by the way, not like a bad game. I went and looked it up. It's not like a game that got like horrible reviews, but it's kind of a forgotten game. It's one of those games that kind of came out as the kind of console transition was happening. I think they were kind of hoping, oh man, this is going to be the next big thing, and it ended up not really panning out. All right, and with that, we have arrived at the end of round 2, and of course, the beginning of round 3, which means that all of your lifelines are restored. You all now have one more one-off, one more switch, and one more skip. Red team, ready for your next question?
Oh, yeah.
All righty. Let's jump right into it. This question is worth $15,000.
Oh, God.
Excluding games that were bundled with the console, what was the best-selling first-party game on the Nintendo Wii? Is it A, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, B, Super Mario Galaxy, C, Wii Play, or D, Wii Fit?
So this is the kind of nothing to lose, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like we're locked in.
Right.
Yeah. So sports was bundled with the console. I don't know if I'm assuming he wouldn't put games that were bundled, like so Wii Play, Wii Fit.
No.
My gut says probably A or B.
Oh, I was thinking the opposite.
Really?
We Play and We Fit, because We Play, I believe, I might be wrong, came with the Motion Plus or whatever, that thing you added to the controller. Or maybe I'm
So
wrong
that would
about
not be like that wouldn't be a bundle. Well, no, that was Wii Sports Complex was the one that was like bundled with the thing, right? Like the little extender.
It's been forever. I do remember Wii Fit being like a very big seller with that stupid fucking board.
That's you might be onto something
I
there.
think it's like a casual audience shit, and like, so it's either Wii Fit or Wii Play because it's casuals. You know what I'm saying?
There were a lot of people use it. Like my fucking aunt used the
right.
Wii Fit.
Everyone's aunt and grandma used Wii Fit. I think it's Wii Fit personally. We have nothing to lose. But if you want to throw another guess out there, but I'm gonna put my foot down on
No,
D.
I'm gonna defer. Like you seem pretty confident, but I'm gonna say my backup guess would have been A. Like, but I'm not splitting it. So
Okay, let's go with D then. See what happens.
All right. You guys have chosen D, which is We Fit, and the answer is C, We Play.
Those two.
D, We Fit, very close behind. I think it's like directly behind it. But indeed, the answer was We Play.
Now, did We Play come with the Motion Plus? Am I right, or is it just the
It
party
came with a
game one?
regular Wii.
Exactly.
It just came with
And
another
that
one,
was
yeah,
the
okay.
Trojan horse, is basically what Nintendo did is they were like, hey, you get this brand new game and there's a free Wii remote inside, or at least a Wii remote that you would think would be valued at $20. But it was actually the reverse, where basically what you're getting is a $40 Wii remote plus a game that is $20 at best in terms of value. Like that was not like a premium quality game, but so many people bought it.
Yeah, for that. I knew it was one of the peripheral tie-in bullshit things. So okay. Very cool.
All right.
Come
Yellow
on.
Wii
team,
Sports Resort was amazing though.
are we ready?
Woo, let's go.
Sports Resort. That's what it was called, not
All
Complex. Yeah.
This question
Sports
is
complex.
worth $15,000.
Yummy, give it.
What was the best-selling third-party game on the Nintendo Wii? Was it A, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Carnival Games, or Just Dance 3?
I'm gonna go out. I think it's either B or D. I'm thinking D because
I think
like,
it's D because my sister had that game,
everyone
and
fucking had it, and the Wii, like it was the motion and all that kind of shit. And Ubisoft kept putting out Just Dance on the original Wii up until like 3 years ago.
True
because
story.
it sold that well. in
That is
console.
true.
Yeah. My backup answer would have been Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, but I don't think that's right. You gonna just go all in on D?
I'm
The whole
down.
15,000?
All right.
Yeah, Dave, let's go.
Yellow team has selected D, which is Just Dance 3, and the correct answer was D, Just Dance 3.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Suck it, Adam. Eat my butt.
Take your fiber first.
Alrighty. Team Yellow, are we ready for your next question?
You said fiber. I thought you said Fiverr, and I was like, what are you talking about? $5. We got $15,000 for that. What are you? And then in fiber, but got it. Connection made. Let's go.
This question is worth $25,000.
25.
Who among the following was set to direct a Halo movie in the mid-2000s? Was it A, James Gunn, B, Danny Boyle, C, Alfonso Cuarón, or D, Neil Blomkamp?
D, because that
correct.
turned into District 9.
That is correct. Look at you. Fuck yeah.
Too
Earn us
easy.
that big bucks, baby.
We locking in on D?
Dave was hustling. Yeah, we're locking in.
Yeah.
All right, and the correct answer is D, Neil Blomkamp. Good job.
It's one of
Isn't
the
the-
6 games that I played. It's fine.
Isn't
right.
there like the Warthog like in District 9? Didn't they turn it into like a different vehicle? Like it has like a little cameo.
That
Anyway,
sounds
there's, like, a
correct.
live-
Maybe.
That sounds
They
correct.
did make
because-
a real Warthog.
Yeah, exactly. That was like one of the things that they made for the movie when it was in production, but obviously ended up not coming to fruition. All right, Team Red, are we ready for your redemption round?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to pee, but I'm not on the screen, so no one will know.
Well, now they know. Now they know. All right, this question is worth $25,000. Where was Halo Combat Evolved first revealed to the public? A, Macworld 1999. B, Microsoft TechEd 1999. C, E3 1999. Or D, GDC 2000?
You said Combat Evolved specifically, right?
Yeah, it's the OG.
So it's not the RTS version that they made originally and then switched to the Xbox game? Are you not trying to trick us on that, are you, Alex?
I mean, Halo Combat Evolved is the first-person shooter that was like the original.
That is not something that I considered when I was crafting this question. Let us just say that it is the original Halo game.
Halo as we know it. Gotcha. Okay. Any idea, Chris?
No. not
So do
really.
you remember the E3 with The Rock and they introduced the thing? Was Halo shown there? Because if not, then it was probably a GDC thing. If I was just guessing, but I really don't know.
That was the unveil of the Xbox,
Yeah,
the original
was it shown
Xbox. Don't know.
Yeah.
For some reason, like I have nothing concrete. Like Macworld is like sticking out into my brain, which like I
Mhm.
know seems strange, but like I know there was like a time when
That's what I'm saying.
like,
Halo originally was like an
was
RTS for Mac, I think, before it became a Microsoft first
well
person
like
shooter.
did Bungie like pivot and like before they had like a concrete business deal, like show that off like as a product like at like an Apple thing, and then Microsoft like later acquire it for the console.
Yeah.
That might just be something I'm making up in my brain.
No, I remember watching like a documentary or something about Halo, and that being like it was a different game before it came to Xbox, and I think Mac was involved, so that would make sense. Do you want to
You want
split?
yeah you want to no, let's just like bro, let's put our junk on the table if we're gonna do it.
Make sure to blur it out in post.
You're thinking Macworld.
I don't know why. Like again, like it's just like there's a little tickle in the back of my brain. But
Hey, if you're thinking it, go for it, bud. I think we can go for that A.
all right, we're gonna try to be a little ballsy here. We're gonna lock in A.
All right, you've chosen A, which is Macworld 1999, and the correct answer is A, Macworld 1999. You guys got it correct. Originally, the game, of course, was an RTS, and it was first shown off at Macworld 1999. In fact, it was actually Steve Jobs himself that actually introduced the folks from Bungie when they first showed it off. It's interesting if you go back and look at that footage, like a lot of like similar iconography, like the Halo ring and the Spartans and all that stuff is in there, but like a very different gameplay experience.
Yeah, I'd always seen that in a documentary or something. Make sure to add our points
yeah.
in there.
Yes, I will. Doing that right
You'll
now.
have to.
There you go.
Just remember them. Just remember them in your
Yeah,
brain.
put them in, write them down now.
All right.
We're at numbers that do not compute for me now. Like
Round
Yeah.
3. Are we ready for your next question?
We'll try.
All right. And by the way, I said round 3, but I meant to say Team Red. Team Red, let's go.
Team Red round 3, same thing.
How long did the 2011 PlayStation Network outage last? Was it A, 17 days, B, 23 days, C, 31 days, or D, 36 days?
I
It's the worst time of my life.
Jen, you
This
weren't
might
playing
be-
PS3.
this might be
Yeah,
one to
let's-
do like a one-off on,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know how much that would help us
I'm not
either.
entirely
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, let's give us.
I'm not-
You want to do a one-off?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
let's do a
right,
one-off.
we're doing a one-off. 36
Okay.
days has been eliminated, which means that we are left with A, 17 days, B, 23 days, or C, 31 days.
I think
Did
it's
you
either
see that animation?
C or B.
yeah.
Of that
Yeah.
dissolving? That was
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
B or C though, I think, right? Like I feel like it was longer than like 17 days for some reason.
Mhm.
Like it was like longer than you would expect it to be. So
I
it's
think
B or
C,
C.
when before we did the one-off, I was like, it's either C or D. Was what was sticking in my head.
Yeah, what you want to do? C?
Do you want to split or do you want to do C?
No, let's
You
fortune
wanna
favors
split.
the bull, baby.
Okay. All right,
That's
we'll
what
go
Matt
C.
Damon told me about crypto.
So we're both going with C?
I suppose so. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Well,
go with C.
I'll hold on. If you want to split
No,
it,
I
then
just
you
wanted to
can.
make fun of when Chad got up to go pee on the video version. He has a guitar next to his piano. I'm like, I know you don't play all those instruments, my dude.
Actually,
Oh
pulled the
my
guitar
God.
because I'm doing a show in 3 weeks. I'm like, I haven't played this guitar in 5 years.
Yeah.
Gotta relearn it.
Look at this music man over here. But yeah, we'll go with C.
All right. And the correct answer is B, 23
Oh.
days.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
shucks.
PlayStation Network outage, a pretty calamitous event, but did not last as long as I think we remember it lasting. People remember it being like a month long, but it was 23 days, which is, still kind of long, but
Long
not
enough to
that
kill
long.
Zipper.
Yeah, long enough to kill them. That's true. All right, which means that your points have been reset back down to 23,375, but you will still have
Yikes.
opportunities in the future to help regain them. Team Yellow, we ready for the next question?
I do
Yes,
have a
please.
question.
Yes.
How many more questions until the next checkpoint?
So you have this one, and then you have one more after that, and then after that, that's the checkpoint, and then it's the beginning of
Okay.
round 4, the final round.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. This question is worth $50,000. Which of the following PSP games was given away in North America when the 2011 PlayStation Network outage ended? Was it A, Patapon 2, B, Half Minute Hero, C, Pursuit Force? Oh, Chad's just shaking his head. Or D, Everybody's Golf Portable?
Damn it. I thought I was going to do another one of those, like, know it when I see it porn things, but nope.
The only game I had on the PSP was Dynasty Warriors, and that didn't come up, so I'm useless on this one.
Do you want to skip this one? Because we can't switch it, and I don't feel like a one-off is going to get us any closer.
Sure.
Cool. Let's skip it.
All right. Team Yellow has chosen to skip this question. The correct answer was, in fact, C, Pursuit Force,
Yeah.
Which
I would not have guessed that one.
is one of the 2 PSP games that I chose to get because they allowed you to get like 2 different games. And I thought it was very okay. Did not think it was terrible, but I was like, I don't need to play any more than 5 minutes of this.
I was trying to remember, I was like, which one of these games do I own because of that? And then I was like, well, fuck. I own Patapon 2, and that's the only one from this list. But I know I bought that, so IDK.
Are we ready to head back into the hot seat, Team Yellow?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we didn't even get our butts hot on that one yet, so let's go.
This question is worth
$10,000.
Sorry,
$10,000?
$100,000.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds
That's
right.
what I thought. Yeah.
Which American company did Nintendo partner with in the 1950s to create playing cards based on its characters? Is it A, Disney, B, Hanna-Barbera, C, Warner Brothers, or D, Marvel Comics?
Shit.
Well, we still have a one-off, right?
You switch?
Oh, yeah.
Are we
Sure.
switching it
Let's
up?
do it. Let's
All
do it.
right.
Let's switch it.
We are switching it up, which means that you are going to get the question that I would have asked the other team for this set of questions. Which of the following structures was completed the same year that Nintendo was founded? Is it A, Big Ben, B, the Washington Monument, C, the Eiffel Tower, or D, the Empire State Building?
Don't cover your eyes.
Dave. Well, what do we do?
You've already used a skip. You've already used your switch.
Your switch.
Well,
To which?
Yeah, can we switch? Do we get another different question?
No. You're
Well,
stuck with this.
We can one-off and split, and that gives us like the highest probability for a guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And that'll
don't
at least
know
get
when
us to
any
a
of these were
checkpoint if
built.
we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Nintendo, I know, is like an old ass company. Like they made like wooden ass dolls and toys and shit. I just don't know when any of these things were built.
Yeah, I want to say The Washington. Well, I think B and D are the most recently built things since they're in America, right? Or at least that's my American history education shining through. I know where these things are.
Well, you wanna one off and then split?
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's
All right.
one off, please.
We're going to use our one off. All right. The Empire State Building is eliminated, which means that the choice is now between A, Big Ben, B, Washington Monument, and C, the Eiffel Tower.
I think it's either A or C.
I'm gonna.
If
go with
Nintendo's
you.
as old as you think, or as you say it is.
I feel like it's like 1800s or something. So
Okay.
yeah, let's split A and C, please. Alex
All right.
Cozina.
We have selected A, Big Ben, and C, the Eiffel Tower. And the final answer, the true answer, is C, the Eiffel Tower.
Oh my God. Oh, whoo.
You still got a fair bit of points from that, although it is much reduced over what it could have been. Oh, man.
And we used all of our lifelines. We have two.
Yeah,
more
you
Yeah.
used all of your lifelines as well. All right.
You don't use them.
Team
you
Red.
use it.
If you get this one perfectly correctly, no mistakes, you can actually advance and have even more dollars right now than Team Yellow has.
Ooh,
Do you think you can pull it off?
think so.
All
Only one
right.
way to find out.
Which American company did Nintendo partner with in the 1950s to create playing cards based on its characters? Was it A, Disney, B, Hanna-Barbera, C, Warner Brothers, or D, Marvel Comics?
You have any
My
ideas?
gut says B, Hanna-Barbera.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to think how old are like the Flintstones, the Jetsons, and all that kind of stuff? Kind of using some logic here. Disney still, even back then, seems like they would have been too stingy, right? So were the Flintstones like kicking around like in the 50s, or is that like more 60s? Like I feel like Hanna-Barbera is mostly like 60s, right? Cartoons,
Maybe.
60s, 70s.
It feels old.
Yeah, it does, but like it's one of those things. Yeah, it's kind of nebulous. Warner Brothers would be like Looney Tunes, right? So
Mhm.
I would say that also seems like a possibility because I know for sure like that stuff like was around in the 50s. So like Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny.
I'm looking more at it like who has the ability to create playing cards. So, like, there's a 0% chance Hanna-Barbera was pumping out physical products on their own. You know what I'm saying?
No, so Nintendo like was the one making the cards, right? That's what they like did back then.
Oh,
So
it's what company did. Oh, okay. I
So
was looking
they
at
were
the opposite way.
tapped. Yeah. So they were tapped by one of those four companies to make playing cards for like that company's characters.
Oh,
if
well,
that
then
makes sense.
it's 100% Disney then.
You think so?
There, yeah. No, why would it be anybody? Just like Nintendo was making cards for somebody else.
In the 50s.
Yeah, it's 100% Disney. Why would it be? It's either Disney or Marvel, but I don't think the comics thing was that strong at that time.
Yeah. I think Looney Tunes. That's the only reason I'm saying Warner Brothers. Like potentially could be like Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck.
How many we have? We were skipping one off, right?
Mm-hmm. And we have. This is the last question of the round, and then there's like a couple more questions in the next round.
Do you want to use a one off?
I don't know how much that's going to help us, really.
Mm-hmm.
What's our final decision?
We could split if you want to.
You want to say A and C?
I think it's A. For sure. It's either A or D, and I think A makes more sense. In the 50s, yeah, I would say A.
All right, so we've selected A, and is that going to be it?
Chris wants C.
I have a hard time even in the 50s reconcile Disney like letting somebody else touch their shit. Like they've always seemed like they've been
he was still alive at that time. I don't think he would have cared. Mr. Disney was still alive, right? I don't know when he became frozen. I just don't think it's Hanna-Barbera. I think there's no way. And I think Disney.
I don't know why my brain went to Hanna-Barbera. Like I'm saying like A or C. I think would be like the most like because I'm not sure Hanna-Barbera cartoons like in the 50s like were a thing. But
like what company was making cartoons that was big in that time period? It's like
Disney. But also you got Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes.
That's what I'm saying. It was those between those two.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do A and C split.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have chosen A and C, which are Disney and Warner Brothers. And the correct answer is A, Disney. It was, in fact, Disney.
Sorry, Adam.
Yeah.
I just
No, you're
I would
good.
not
I
have
was
guessed
like,
that.
I know it's not Hanna-Barbera because that's garbage, and like I don't think
also
Marvel
like the
was at that
50s.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that would
My
have been
thought
like
process was like-
golden age.
Yeah,
In the
Golden.
50s, it was like they just came out with Snow White in what 48. I was like, what characters do they have other than Mickey Mouse and
Well,
and
Snow White's like
Snow White?
37, and so you would have had
Oh, is it
Cinderella.
37? Okay.
You would have had
A lot was out by the 50s. Yeah.
Yeah, I
guess
was
so.
going to say, you had like a
Sleeping Beauty.
pretty big repertoire of Disney characters by that point.
Hey,
Hanna-
Alex,
Okay.
Yes.
when did that man get frozen? when did
It
Disney
would've-
die?
I want to say that it
He
was...
died.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. I was gonna say it was before Disney World opened, so that was 71.
Yeah.
So it would have been
60s
like
maybe.
Yeah, the
late
mid-60s.
60s, early 70s.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was
When did
ultimately
Walter
Disney.
Disney fall into that freezer?
You are correct, by the way, that Warner Brothers could have been Nintendo's client because they did, put out a lot of cartoons around that time too.
Mhm.
Hanna-Barbera, they might have started in the 1950s, but they didn't really get going until the 60s. And Marvel Comics, Marvel Comics also existed at that point in time, but like at that point in time, like you don't really have like the classic gallery of like Marvel characters. Like Spider-Man or like the Fantastic Four or like the X-Men don't even exist at that point. So I don't even know what a card line at that point would have looked like.
Very good.
And these are like Ace, Jack, Queen, like standard playing cards, or are they like okay?
These were Hanafuda
Toys were not
playing
that
cards.
sophisticated.
Okay.
Hand
Yeah,
and foot
it's like a
disease.
very
And food.
like distinctive like Japanese style playing card. There was a period of time where you
Okay.
could like get Hanafuda playing cards from like the Club Nintendo website, but they were with like Mario characters instead of Disney characters. All right. And with that, we have stepped into round 4 where the potential money to be
Thank God.
earned is greater than
safe.
ever before. Red team, you guys ready?
Mm. Yep.
Yes.
All righty, let's go. This question is worth $250,000.
Holy shit.
Which movie inspired Hideo Kojima to incorporate stealth gameplay into the original Metal Gear? Was it A, Alien, B, Das Boot, C, Goldfinger, or D, The Great Escape?
So what lifelines do we still have? Just asking.
Skip and switch, I believe.
And one off. Did we use
And
one off
right?
already?
You have one off?
You guys used your one off on
We
the
used
previous round.
an off of yeah.
Okay. Do you want to switch it and see what else we get? Or do you have any idea? I've got an idea, but I'm not going to say it out loud, but I also don't, I'm not super.
I would just be using logic knowing about these movies, like to try to like kind of worm my way into like a potential answer, but I don't know it definitively. No.
Let's switch it. Wait a minute.
Okay.
They wouldn't lose any points if they missed it. So I guess there's no point to really switch it at this point, right?
I would agree with that logic, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I mean, I'm just thinking, if it's me, I'm thinking between Alien and Great Escape, just on the time that he
Yes.
made Metal Gear and what movies.
Also
would
his
make sense.
taste,
Yeah.
like his taste, what he tweets about, like influences. Das Boot takes place on a boat, right? Like, whereas
Yeah.
like The Great Escape is like you're literally trying to like escape like from like a Nazi war camp.
hmm
Alien, you're trying to get around the alien. The Great Escape seems like the most logical.
That's what
answer
came out to
me.
my mind too, was Great Escape. I think we should just double down on Great Escape in case we're right and just get the full points. Because that's what popped to mind for me. Is that what also popped to mind to you? Or do you want to try another one?
No, I just fuck it.
Yeah, that sounds like the thing that makes the most sense for what Metal Gear is. So
All right. We have both locked in on The Great Escape, and the correct answer is The Great Escape.
Ooh,
Congratulations. You guys are now
Suck it,
rolling in
Chad.
cash. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
He's so mean. He's so fucking mean.
Chad, Dave,
Yes.
you guys ready for your next question?
Already.
Alrighty, this
Really?
question is worth $250,000.
Oh yeah.
What was missing from the NES port of the original Metal Gear? Was it A, Solid Snake, B, the Metal Gear, C, stealth gameplay, or D, the game's soundtrack?
I got no idea. And we have no lifeline.
I'll just say I'm very glad we did not switch because I would have not
Yeah.
been able to guess this.
These are all Kojima-esque fucking things that I'd be like, sure.
The original NES port.
I don't feel like missing the entire concept of stealth gameplay seems extreme.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
think
Solid
it's the
Snake.
soundtrack.
The soundtrack? I think you're right. I think it's soundtrack, and I think it's because for some reason I remember there being like a difference in capability between the Famicom and the NES, and they had to make compromises in order to release things on the NES. And I feel like soundtrack would be a big one.
It's also like A, B, and C are, at least in my imagination, like gameplay components that, like back in the day, you just had a track playing in the background for the soundtrack. You know, it wasn't as dynamic as like stealth gameplay would have been. So that's what I'm thinking too.
Also, I feel like people would have rioted if there was no Metal Gear in a game called Metal Gear. So
Yeah.
let's go with D. Put
All
a
right.
junk on the table, as Chris likes to say.
Both locking in on D, which is the game soundtrack. And the correct answer is B, the Metal Gear.
Son of a butt and a
Damn,
butt.
they did it. They really did it. They made a game called Metal Gear without a Metal Gear.
So the story there is, I don't know, because of like memory limitations or something, they couldn't put the final boss in the game. So instead, Solid Snake has to kill a supercomputer instead of a giant robot. And yeah,
Wow.
That's apt, I guess.
I bet you Kojima took credit for that shit too. Like, look at how
No.
brilliant. No,
that
I'm
was
kidding.
one thing he was not happy about. In fact, so funny story about that. So there are two different Metal Gear 2s. So the original Metal Gear comes out on the MSX, which is like a computer, gets ported to the NES. And then basically the people that worked on porting it to the NES begin working on a NES only sequel called Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. And then, or no, wait, was it called something else? That doesn't matter. Basically, Hideo Kojima learned of that from like a colleague on the train and was like, well, fuck that. I don't want them to make a sequel without me involved. And so he made his own version of Metal Gear 2 that is canon and that is within the continuity of it all.
And that's Ghost Babel.
Ghost Babel
That's
is
the Game Boy
actually
game.
out of canon, but that is very good.
And it's
A very
fantastic.
good game.
It's fucking stupid. It's so fucking dumb.
What
All
was
of it.
what was really aggravating back in the day about the Metal Gear being absent from the original Metal Gear is if you look it up online, it's on the box art. Like on the box art of the original Metal Gear Solid, you can see the Metal Gear, and it's not in the game.
That's what happens when you play Nintendo instead of on a PC.
All right. Team Yellow, are you guys ready for your next
Underpowered pieces
question?
of shit Nintendo consoles. Yeah, we're ready. I mean, we didn't lose anything, so
All
I guess we're
right.
good there.
Here we go.
Wait, how much
This-
is this one worth?
Question is worth $500,000.
Say it again. Say it again.
$500,000.
Okay.
What
yes.
is the magic hammer in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past called in the Japanese version of the game? Is it A, the Mighty Mjolnir, B, the Whack-A-Moblin, C, the MC Hammer, or D, the Donkey Kong?
I'm gonna do some process of elimination. MC Hammer is too much like M. Tyson, Bison, Papa John's. So we're gonna get rid of that because it's not Mike Tyson. Donkey Kong. There weren't a lot of Mario references in Link to the Past, and there were in the follow-up Zelda Link's Awakening. And that made it unique. So I'm gonna say Donkey Kong is also out of here. So then it comes to Mighty Mjolnir and Whack-A-Moblin.
So quick. You guys are completely out of lifelines and we still have two?
That is correct.
That is
I
correct.
love being able to just sit here and not have to worry about this shit at all. You know what I'm saying, Chris? It's wonderful.
I agree with you with probably not the MC Hammer. The Mighty Millionaire, is there I seem to remember some sort of pseudo Celtic pattern art in Link to the Past, or maybe I'm projecting that.
I'm leaning towards Mighty Mjolnir because I'm trying to think of why would they change it for the US version? And maybe, Thor, they didn't want people to associate this with Thor. Maybe it was we want to have our own lore behind it instead of something else and being associated with Norse mythology or Marvel or whatever.
Yeah. And then I'm okay with that.
You need to go all in and on Mjolnir, or do you want to split? Alex, your fucking face. I just want to kiss it.
Aw.
That's a
I'm
big
fine
difference
with
though, between 125 and 500.
What's our final decision?
Shit.
If you want to split it with one, that's fine with me, as long as Mighty Mjolnir is one of the options.
I'm okay to go full Mighty Mjolnir because we're still not missing anything. We're still not losing anything.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
let's go balls deep, Mighty Mjolnir.
The boys have chosen A, the Mighty Mjolnir. And, by the way, I cannot pronounce that word to save my life. I'm sorry, Thor. The correct answer is, in fact, C, the MC Hammer.
What?
No fucking way.
Plastic.
Now, you're probably
That's
thinking,
upsetting.
why would they even call it that? It's because it's called the Magic Hammer. You abbreviate that, you get the MC Hammer.
No, you don't.
Kind of.
Kind of.
I mean,
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
yeah.
Alrighty. And with that, it is time for Team Yellow's $1 million question. Are you
Wait,
ready?
already?
We're gonna win it all right now, baby.
Wait, did we not get our $500,000 question?
Oh, did I not? Oops. Whoops. Did I make that mistake? I made that mistake. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, you're
We'll
good.
take theirs too if you want more money, baby.
Hold on a second.
Switch.
My bad. I accidentally pressed something I shouldn't have. Sorry, I got a little bit confused
no.
there. All right.
Okay.
You guys ready for your $500,000 question?
Hi, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty, let's go. What is present in the secretive Chris Houlihan room in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past? Is it A, 3 golden bees, B, 45 blue rupees, C, 6 small fairies, or D, 2 heart pieces?
Could be total fucking conjecture, bro. I have no
Here's the thing.
solid idea.
Alex, what are the point differences right now?
What are the point differences right now?
How much points do we have? How many do they have? So we have
Let's bring
298.
up the full view of both teams again.
They have 81. So we're up by 2. And what we go back to if we miss this one?
If you miss that one, you would lose the 250,000 points that you earned the previous
Which puts
round.
us back below.
So you'd be
We
at 48,000,
we have a
you'd be at
switch
81.
and we have a skip left, right?
Yeah, and there's only 2 questions left, correct?
That is correct.
So I
You
think
cannot
if we
use your
don't,
switch now.
well, yeah, we
Wait.
can't use the switch right now.
2 questions for us. This one and the next one.
And this
'cause
one, the next
one's $1
one
million.
is our last question.
Yeah.
Right? Correct. Kozi?
Correct.
Okay. So, Chris, listen to me. I'm just spitballing here. If neither one of us have an idea, we've got these 2 lifelines. We skip this one, so we're ahead of them. Because the next round doesn't matter. Because whoever wins, if you win the next round, you win the game, basically.
Mhm.
So we can skip this round, still be ahead of them. Next round,
And
it
then
all comes down to
switch if
that.
we-
And we can
switch
switch
if
if
we
we
want
really
to.
want to and just see what happens. Because we can't skip the next round because we'd lose, more than likely. We don't know this one is the point. So we might
Yeah.
as
I
well
think
skip
you guys
it.
can get this one.
Go, shut
Feels
up.
like a
Like
terrible
process.
idea to me.
Yeah.
Go ahead with
I like
the
it.
points. and then play
I
for the
like
last
it.
round.
Yeah. I mean, I would do this would be the literal shot in the dark. I have no fucking
Yeah.
idea.
I I think we should skip this one, Kozi. Thank you for the great question, but I don't fucking know.
All right. The boys have
Thank you
chosen
for
to
the
skip
good
this question. The correct answer was, in
The
fact,
wild guess is going to be B, but
it in fact was B, 45 blue rupees. So the Chris Houlihan room was this weird situation where basically it was almost like this debug room where if you encountered like a game breaking like issue or something similar that would crash the game, it would teleport you to the Chris Houlihan room. And Chris Houlihan was like a kid that won like a Nintendo Power Contest to appear in the game. It was like, hey, write in, I don't know, a poem about Zelda and you'll appear in the game. And he got to appear in the game as a name of a room.
As a debug room, when the game fucks up, you get to go to.
rupees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
yeah,
Chris
Nintendo's like,
Houlihan.
we're not putting our name on this room. This is Chris Houlihan.
This is Chris's
Yeah,
fault.
this room sucks. It's this kid's fault.
All right. Team Red, are you ready for your $1 million question?
I am.
All righty. Let's go. What was Naughty Dog originally known as when it was first founded in 1984? Was it A, Jam Software, B, Serious Games, C, Vinbin Productions, or D, Extreme Entertainment?
Now, our what's his name? Chad is making eyebrows.
He might
So
be
he might-
bluffing too.
He might be bluffing. So do you want to switch since we have that lifeline and just assume that the next question about either Naughty Dog or another company's original name we might know better, or what do you want to do here?
To me, it's like I definitely don't know the answer to this one. So by switching, I'm not in any worse position than I am now.
That's
That's
true.
my logic.
And if he gets it, he gets it. And Chad will be happy because he just doesn't get any W's. So I said we're going to use our
This game
switch.
is rigged. It's rigged, Dave,
Yeah.
and they're very mean.
All righty. We will be switching it up in that case.
Oh, you've made a huge mistake, boys. Huge.
fine. It happens.
Unless we know the next question.
Your new question is, which of the following games did Naughty Dog develop before the release of Crash Bandicoot? Is it A, Dynamite Duke, B, Snake Rattle and Roll, C, Tongue of the Fat Man, or D, Keef the Thief?
The fat man.
I feel
Okay.
like it's B for some reason, but I don't. We'll figure it out.
I remember, I don't know why, Keef the Thief is sticking out to
Okay.
me because I feel like I've answered a question about Naughty Dog before they were Naughty Dog,
Mhm.
and Keef the Thief is the one that stick out in my mind. I might be completely wrong. We lose, or unless you want to split it.
I mean, Nathan Drake, he's a thief.
They've been into thieves for a while, you know.
Yeah, I mean, B was my only other guess, but I'd say go for it, dude. Like, you seem reasonably confident. I like it.
I mean, I might be
second,
wrong, but
I second guessed you on the Disney thing, so
No, it's fine. Let's just say again, Keep the Thief is just the one that's sticking on my mind. I might be completely wrong, is what it is. But this has been an answer to a trivia question I've been asked before. I don't remember the context, but it was there. So, do you want to split it or do you want to just go for it?
we go
No.
for it.
No, to which
I
part?
mean,
Okay.
If you split it and we get the next one right, it guarantees you lose.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Correct.
Regardless,
Yeah.
this question is what makes or breaks both teams. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
sure, I guess let's go with D. See what happens, I guess.
All right. The boys have chosen D, which is Keef the Thief. And the correct answer is D, Keef the Thief,
Son of a goddamn goat.
which means
Hey,
that
yeah.
Red Team has
Suck at 'em.
$1 million added to their account.
Chad, answer your question. I know it's going to make a huge difference, but go ahead and answer that question for me in the
It's
next one.
jam. It's jam. I literally just watched it in a YouTube video on the elliptical yesterday.
Hey,
It's jam.
don't get ahead of
Not that it
yourselves.
fucking matters.
I have a follow-up question. Yeah, does it matter?
Give me a
I
second.
was really hoping
We got to do pomp
They
and
would get-
circumstance here.
Do it the right way,
What
Chad.
was Naughty Dog originally known as when it was first founded in 1984? Is it A, Jam Software, B, Serious Games, C, Vinbin Productions? You got to stop that, Chad. I got to get through this. C, Vinbin Productions, or D, Extreme Entertainment.
You want to
Davis.
split?
Yeah, let's split between serious games and extreme entertainment. Wait, do we have any lifeline? No, it's
Nope.
Jam. Mother Michael fucker.
Chad has chosen Jam Software, and the correct sorry, hold on a sec. The correct answer is D, Extreme Entertainment. No, I'm kidding. It's Jam Software.
I was about to say no. It's not.
Oh man. And that
I was
is
really
that.
hoping Team Red was gonna over strategize and say,
Yeah.
"Oh, let's knock one off and split," because if we miss it, then we definitely lose. But if we get a little bit and miss the next one, and if Yellow misses it, then we have more points than them.
I gotta say,
you guys
I was
stop
trying to encourage them because I
strategizing.
thought Queef O'Keefe was the wrong answer, and then they just fucking turns out they nailed it. It's okay though. I mean, we're both
Adam.
with at least $500,000.
Chris, you know what's? Oh, go ahead, Alex. I'll let you talk before I make fun of Chad.
I just want to say real quick. I mean, this is a very close game. Both of you ended up over $1 million, which is commendable. Team Red ended up with $1,298,375. Team Yellow ended up with $1,081,875. So good job on both of your fronts.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Well played. Well played.
What's so funny is because Chad let your partner know ahead of time that it's a thing that Adam always wins or whatever. I did not let Chris know this because the last time I let someone know, I actually lost. So, Chris, it's funny. I think I've won like 6 of 8 of these or 6 of 7.
Yeah, but we can all agree the first 4 were rigged.
Oh, of
like
course.
The first 4. Legitimately, Kozi would not let me win.
That's what it is. Just I didn't want to jinx it, but Chris, you were gonna win.
Yeah.
Destiny ordained it. Just a heads up.
Hey, I mean, I think like we both had our moments. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like that was
You're a great partner.
Good.
I loved it. Chris, you're much better than I'm assuming being Chad's teammate. I'm sorry, Chad's teammate.
Sometimes it's just nice to win one, though. I'm sorry for failure, Dave.
No,
All
it's
right,
okay.
guys.
I could use an L.
I've been winning at life all this time. I could use an L.
And with that, we have arrived at the end of tonight's installment of Locked and Loaded. Remember that this production is part of a series of monthly rotating shows we do, and that you can enjoy new installments of this show a month early if you subscribe to us over on Patreon, over at patreon.com/respawnaimfire. We deeply appreciate your support and encourage any feedback you might have on how to make these productions even better. Guests, thank you so much, so much for taking time out of your schedule to do this with us. If people wanted to find you online, where could they do so? And is there anything up to that you would like to plug?
So I'll defer to the loser first. Got anything you want to plug, loser?
Ouch, Adam! You hear what he just called you?
No, Chris is a perfect teammate.
He's stunned.
I'm not really on social media very much.
What's your address?
You can find me in Chapel Hill.
There you go.
Most people hit me up on Slack if they need something at work. Donate to your local animal shelter and be a nice person. That's what I'd say. That's what I'm plugging.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you can find me on X at It's Waterman.
No,
I
no,
know.
don't say
It still
that.
feels weird. It still feels weird saying it, but it is what it is. I also am the founder and co-host of Screen Quest, which is a movie podcast where we use a custom deck of cards to pick a movie and topic for us each and every week. We are rounding out Scream Quest, which is our Halloween/horror themed spinoff for the month of October. We just recorded an episode about Silence of the Lambs and Creep, and we have an upcoming episode about John Carpenter's The Thing that'll be releasing very soon.
Good movie.
Excellent movie.
Hell yeah. And with that, we'd like to thank you once again for tuning in to Respawning Fire. We'll see you next time.